Well, I had plans to be working on a really good video for my class, and I ended up in a project that took all day, which I thought was only going to be an hour or so. What happened was, I had, as you know, the rain came in and took over my area, and it got it all wet and everything, and I was like, what am I going to do? I got to cover it. So I went to shopping, and I found me something to sort of cover my area. But there's just, it's been raining today, and of course my area's still a little wet from before. But what did I do? Well, I don't know if you remember, my area only took up a certain amount of space, and that's the space right there. That little space right there. Now, what I did is I bought a tarp, and I wanted to make sure it was big enough to cover my project. I think I overshot the goal. Just a little. I tend to overdo things. What I did, though, I bought a 20 by 40 tarp, which in a way I kind of like it, because then we can have a kind of like a cover for the patio while I'm working and stuff like that. But I told my son, the good thing is that, the kids are wanting to go camping. They could take this tarp and put it up and use it as a tent or something. Anyway, the only problem was the top of my wall had a sharp thing, and it caused a hole up there. So I took I got some PVC piping, and I stuck it way up there. Let's see if you can see it. And then I buried it in rocks, bricks and stuff, and hopefully that won't go anywhere. But what I did is I took PVC piping, and these parts down here don't work as well as I was hoping, so that's going to go bye-bye. But I connected just a U-bend, or not a U-bend, a corner bend connection there, and then I tied it to the wall, tied it to each other, tied it to the tent, tied the daylights out of it. And of course this is all excess, so I had it roll in. But that's basically it. It's just a bunch of PVC all attached, and then hopefully it'll stay there. What I think I'll do, though, if I decide to continue this kind of plan, is drill some holes in it and put these like eyelets or something like that, something to put the rope in, and so it'll stay on the PVC, because the tape and all that, it just falls apart. It doesn't work. But I need something screwed in there, like a bolt and a nut or something like that, and hopefully it'll stay and not cause any more problems. That's the hope. Cross our little fingers. But I got that done, and then my teacher said she wanted some information about me, about my history and how the classes, how I plan to conduct the class. So far I got a list of all my skits, and I'm going to type up that list and send it to her so that she can pass it on to everybody in the class, and they have a chance to look it over. And then I got two puppies. Hi! What you doing, Gunner? That's the Jack. Anyway, so I got that going, and I pulled out a picture of Jesus, and I was going to use that for my first video for this class thing. Now, why a picture of Jesus? Because the way I see it, what Jesus did is he talked about his family. He didn't have the internet. He didn't have YouTube, but yet what he had to say got spread around the world. And those who accepted him, accepted him. Those who didn't, didn't. And he didn't worry about it one way or the other. And that's how it should be with us. We put whatever on YouTube. If it's accepted, it's accepted. If it's not, it's not. The reason why I'm putting it that way is because it is a church class, and I gotta have something like that along the line thing. And I made a new friend from Spark People. She's Sparkle. Where is she? Sparkle Star. And on YouTube, she made 3 videos so far. She's all new at YouTube, very nervous about it. And she is Candace in Berkeley, California. Now, she'll probably end up changing that eventually, but for now she's Candace. And if I manage to do it, I will put a link to one of her videos. The last one she did was really awesome, by the way, Candace. She did a really good job. And she's showing me up. I'm going to have to up my game. For those who are wondering, the oxygen finally did show up. 11:30 last night. And I talked to the guy and kind of find out they don't know where the delivery guy went. He just disappeared, and no phone calls, no nothing, and they don't know what happened. And I haven't heard anything since. So you might be praying for that guy. And we're still going to be doing something about the company because we're not too happy about what that happened. And yesterday was the 3rd anniversary of the shooting. And I guess up on the corner there, since I wasn't able to go anywhere, I found out on Facebook that there was a picture of, or somebody had put little crosses along the road over by where the theater was. Not right at the theater because there's construction work going on over there and you can't get in. But somebody put some crosses out there and kind of a memorial thing. And everybody's kind of overly emotional because of the jury finally came up with a verdict of guilty. And they said that he can go for an appeal if they give him the death sentence. And that could take years, which we are hoping it won't. Of course, it's taken years so far. And our church, granted our church lost some of our people in that shooting. And so we broke it into groups, praying for various individuals. And my group, we were assigned to pray for the family of the shooter. That was hard. That was really hard. It's not their fault for what happened, and they're affected by it as we are. But it's hard to show kindness to a relative to someone who did something like that. So that's an issue I'm working with. I think that's pretty much it for now. Y'all have a good one. And I gotta finish getting this paper done for my teacher. Good night.